Everyone, you're welcome once more to if you are new to the channel, you're highly welcome to subscribe to this YouTube channel and share the link of the channel to some students out there. Alright, so today we have a problem on the board, okay, on what algebraic fractions. Alright, the question gives us that if y over 2 is equals to x, we should evaluate the whole of that expression, okay? So how do we go about solving that? The first thing is this, we have y over 2, which is equals to what? X. We can write x as x over 1. So this I want to what? Cross what? Multiply. Okay. Now, why do I want to cross multiply? If you look at this expression, you can see we have what? X over y. Here we also have x over y. Okay. So we want to solve the whole of this what? Expression in such a way that we should be having x over what? Y. Okay, so let's do that. Now, 1 is going to multiply, so we have y times 1, which is equal to 2 will multiply, so we have 2 dot x. The dot means multiplication. So y times 1 is y, which is equal to 2 dot x. So, at this point, what do we do? Okay, to solve that we have what? X over what? Y. Okay, it's as simple as I'm going to divide this by what? X. I'm also going to divide this by x. So this will cancel out this. So we are left with what? Y over what? X is equal to what? 2. Okay? But this can be written as 2 over 1. But the question is, we are looking for what? X over y and not y over x. So what do we do to both sides to have what? X over y? Okay, all we need to do is, I'm going to use 1 to divide what? Y over x. And I'm also going to use 1 to divide what? Our 2 over 1. Okay? Or simply say, we are to take the reciprocal of what? Both sides. Okay? So, or we are to take the inverse of both sides. Now that we are taking the inverse of both sides, let's see what that gives us. Okay? So we are going to get, okay, let's solve this. So we have 1 divide what? Y over x, and 1 divide what? 2 over what? 1. Okay. So this is going to be 1 times, we are going to reciprocate this, which is x over y. This is going to be 1 times, we are going to reciprocate this, which is going to be 1 over what? 2. So 1 times this is x over what? Y, which is equal to 1 times half is still half. So now we have gotten this. So our x over y is actually 1 over what? 2. Now that we've been able to solve out this to get this, we can now work on this. Now in this expression, we can still write it as, now x raised to the power of 3 divide y raised to the power of 3, we can write it as this, bringing out one of the powers since they are the same powers. Okay, that's the basic principle of what indices. Okay, where if you have the same powers, you can put whatever you have and bring out one power. Okay, so plus we have half. Okay, divide. I'm also going to do it to this, so we have half minus, I'm seeing the same power, so we can say x over what? Y, and bring out one power. Okay, all right, so it's as simple as that. Now, for instance, like this, if I have x over y all squared, which means x over y multiplied by what? X over y. X times x is what? X squared, and y times y is y squared. Right? So this also means what? This. Okay? So this we have as also this. And for this, we have it as what? If I say x divided by 3 raised to the power of 3 means x divided by 3 multiplied by x divided by 3 multiplied by x divided by 3. Okay? So x times x is going to give me x raised to the power of 3, and y times y will give me y raised to the power of 3. Okay? So that is a basic law of what? Indices. Alright? But now we know that the value of our x over y is what? Half. So we are going to put what? Half in place of what? In place of x over what? Y. So let's impute that into what is expression. So we are going to get, okay, this is going to be half raised to the power of what? 3 plus this is half. So we have divide, okay. So this is half minus this is half raised to the power of what? 2. Okay. So in place of x over y, we have put what? 1 over what? 2. Okay, now that we have done that, okay, we can now simplify further. Let's see what we are going to get. So now half raised to the power of 3, okay, means what? We want to say half times half times half. And half raised to the power of what? 2. We want to say means half times what? Half. Now this is going to give us 1 over what? 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 times 2 is what? 8. 1 times 1 here is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. So in place of this, I'm going to use 1/8. And in place of half square, I'm going to use 1/4. So let's substitute that, so we are going to get 1/8 plus what? Half, okay, divide half minus what? 1/4, okay. Now you can see that the expression is becoming even more what? Simplified. So now we're going to add this and subtract this and divide them. Remember the rule of third mass, you want to solve the brackets first, okay. Now solving these brackets, how do we solve it? I'm going to make both denominators to be what? Common or the same. And how do I do that? This is already 1 over 8 plus, since I know that 8 is divisible by what? 2. Okay? So what I will do is, what will multiply? Okay, 2 to give us 8 is 4. So I'm going to multiply 1 by 4 and multiply the 2 by 4. Okay? By so doing, this denominator is going to be the same with this denominator. I'm also going to do it here. Alright? So divide. So I have 1 will multiply. Now for this, we are going to use 2. Okay? Because 2 times 2 is going to give us this 4. Alright? Because if we use this 2 to divide this 4 is 2, so we are going to multiply this by 2 and multiply this by 2. Just like that. Done. Hence, this denominator becomes equal to this denominator. So now we have this as 1 over 8 plus 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So we have equal denominator. So divide. Okay. 1 times 2 is 2 and 2 times 2 is 4. So minus 4. Okay. Now they all have equal what? Denominator. We have equal denominator here and we have equal denominator here. So it becomes very easy to solve. Now that we have equal denominators, we have to remember the rule of what? Equal denominator. Okay. If I have a fraction, let's say a over what? B plus what? D over what? B. Okay, we can write this as, since they are equal, we bring the b and we add what? The numerators. So if we have, okay, x over what? Y minus what? Z over what? Y. We can also write this as what? We bring down one of these and we subtract the what? Top. Okay, so this we are going to apply here. So 1 plus what? Is going to be 1 plus 4 divided by 8. Okay, divided by what? We are going to use this for this. It is going to be 2 minus 1 divided by 4. Alright, so let's see what that gives us. So we are going to get 1 plus 4, which is what? 5 over what? 8 divide, okay, 2 minus what? 1, which is what? 1 divided by 4. Okay, now this becomes, we have 5 over 8. This is going to change to what? Times, based on the rule of what? Division. And we are going to reciprocate this. So the 4 goes up and the 1 comes down. Okay. So something can cancel out. So 4 here is 1, 4 here is 2. So we have 5 times what? 1. Okay. divided by what? 2 times what? 1, which is 2. So 5 times 1 is what? 5 over what? 2, which we can write as 2 whole number 1 over what? 2. So either of these gives us the simple solution to this what? Simple. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, as well as subscribe to this YouTube channel and share this video to somebody that needs what help in maths or in physics. I'll see you guys in my next one. You take care. Bye.